we did just to start on our own feet and do release our own album on our own terms. We had like a crowd fund that we did,
Okay.
and yeah, and we raised the money in a couple of days, and so
Damn.
we had a good start. And for every song that we started releasing, our listeners started growing all the time, and we just got like to this new place where we stopped trying to please people and just try something new every time we recorded a song.
Bringing it backwards. Well, I'm Adam. Very nice to meet both of you. Yeah, yeah, this podcast is about you guys and your journey in music. We'll talk about the band and new single and everything else you guys have going on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. I always start off with born and raised. The band's Sweden, right? You guys are from Sweden originally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stockholm, Sweden.
All
Still
of
there?
us.
Huh?
Are you guys still living there?
Yeah, I still live just outside of Stockholm. Andreas moved a little bit north, but
Yeah, we
close
were
to
born.
Stockholm.
Yeah, we're born and raised in Stockholm, the state of Stockholm, and
Cool.
now we've gotten we got a little older. A couple of us have moved just outside of Stockholm, and some of us moved more into the center. But Stockholm is where we are from.
Right on. Well, tell me, Andreas, like, where did you how did you get into music? Do you come from a creative household, musical household at all, or like how did you kind of start?
Actually, my mom is very creative. She sings and plays the piano and guitar and stuff. But it was never because that was not what got me interested in it into it. It was to be honest, it was I was a pretty lonely kid, and had this big crush on this girl in school, and so I wrote a song that I performed in front of class.
Oh wow,
And,
that's bold.
yeah, yeah, and it was the first time I felt like somebody saw me. And after that, I was hooked, and that was the only thing I wanted to do. So, because like that's the way I could make people understand how I feel for the first time.
Mhm. Wow. I mean, so you were like, okay, I like this person. I'm gonna write this song. And then was it like a talent show, or you just said, hey, ask the teacher, can I just get up and play this tune for you? And did they know it was about them?
Well, actually, I think we had like our music class. We had a couple of, we were supposed to put something together. It wasn't that serious. You just had to do something. And well, she knows it was for her because her boyfriend was about to beat me up after that. I didn't know she was together with some older guy in school, so
Uh-oh.
oops.
Oh, that's so funny. And
Yeah.
Patrick, what about you? Do you come from a creative household or musical household?
Yeah, not really. Well, my dad has been bringing me to concerts since I was a kid. So I've been
Oh,
going to
wow.
like all the classic rock shows and like stuff since I was really young. But I started out playing drums myself when I was 13, and then it just snowballed into guitars, and then I just turned up in the bass player and self-deception because of Andreas. So
Wow.
it just happened.
Yeah, weren't you? From what I was reading, you what produced the third album, right? Or or were you working with the band from the beginning? I don't know if
No,
I get confused.
no, now you get confused. I haven't produced anything.
Okay, yeah, then I'm definitely
No,
confused.
yeah, no, but I haven't been with the band from the beginning either. They had another bass player from the start, and
Okay,
then I needed to jump in for a couple of weekends playing live, and then kind of got stuck.
Yeah,
okay. What album
yeah.
was that on, or what year was that on? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there,
No.
Andreas.
Do you remember which one it was?
Which
No,
album?
because yeah, actually you laid down the bass track on Stay Young on, right?
Oh, maybe.
I think you did. So it's the
Maybe.
2011 album, I think, that he joined the band
Okay.
on. So yeah. No, I
That could be
fought for
right.
him because he knows a lot about a lot of stuff. He knows a little bit about a lot of stuff. He has a certain charm to him, and you know, he's good with people, and he knows music like broadly in a good way. So I really fought for Patrick for us to get him in the band.
Pick him up full time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm curious real quick, Patrick, with you. So did you start a band or anything? Like you said, you started on drums. Like, what did you play in bands or anything early on? And then eventually, how do
Yeah,
you meet Andreas?
just kind of have like bands in school.
Okay.
And then Andreas and me went to the same school, both like in high school and afterwards. But we never were in the same class because we're 2 years apart.
Okay.
But then we just made friends, and I was hanging around the band before I joined them. Just went to like all the shows and had a good time, left hanging around, helping out with whatever I could.
Official drinking support.
I was
Ah, there you
official
go.
drinking support for years. And it still is, but I'm still in the band instead. I'm my own official drinking support.
But you forget, Patrick, we actually did a musical together in school. Do you remember?
Yeah, I know.
Where
I know.
Really?
I played the drums. I was in my first year in what do you call it? Is it high school? No, it's college. No, high school. What
No,
is
it's
it?
not
How
college
old
yet.
are you?
No.
It's for between 15 and 18 or something like that.
Yeah, that would still be high school.
16
At least here in the
That's high
States,
school.
it'd be high school. Yeah.
No, it's
16,
translate. Yeah.
So we went on a tour and stuff, a school tour. And
Really? Doing a musical. Were you both in the band part or were you on the stage acting?
I was
You
actually acting also. Yeah. And I played guitar and I sang and acting, and Andreas was the drummer of the band. So it was pretty cool.
Wow. And then
And I have really long hair and made it into spikes. It was amazing. And now I have no hair anymore.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Time
And then,
changes.
but Andreas, you were a drummer as well?
Yeah, that's kind of where I started when I was 14, but I also started singing at the same time, and I liked playing drums. But after a while, I decided that I want to stand in the front of the stage because I wanted
Okay.
to be seen. Yeah, I was, like I said, I was a lonely kid, and for like I could express my feelings and people would listen to it.
Right.
It was the best thing. I actually got into like a music gymnasium just because they were short on drummers. I had really bad grades, but they had one drummer short. So I got in and I went half a year, but then it was too tough. School was too tough during the teenage years. So yeah.
Sure.
So I dropped out and got to his school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. And then you start self-deception. How does the band start then? Do you yeah,
Well,
what's the kind of origin story?
I had another band that I played in that wasn't very serious, but we wanted to make something out of it, and I got in this fight with the guitarist in that band. That was, well, he left me during a fight where that I got into. He just left, and so I didn't talk to him for 2 months. So when I got back, he had somebody else, and they sounded so great. They sounded so good, and my jealousy pushed me to start something on my own. That was awesome. And so
Wow. Okay.
I sat on, there was like a page for musicians. I don't remember the name, but you could chat with, like, it was a community, like one of the first music communities in Sweden where you could find band members and discuss stuff. And so I found this guy he said his username was like Eric Drummer or something. And I wrote it wrong, obviously, because I wrote to him at a later time, and I said, "Oh, we were talking about all these music and blah blah blah," and he was like, "No, I have not talked to you."
Oh
I said,
wow.
"No." I
Whoops.
said, "No, you have." Yeah, no. So I added the wrong drummer, but that's the guy we have today.
Really? So you were
Yeah,
talking to another drummer, or
yeah,
the message went to the person you currently have?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mr. Eric. It was just by chance. It was,
Oh my gosh, and meant to be. And then
yeah,
you
really.
meet up and start writing songs together, and the band kind of starts there?
Yeah, we put something together like a year before we became officially Self Deception, but we wanted different things. and they were. I remember the guys and the other guys that we don't play with anymore. They were
Mm.
telling us that we were deceiving ourselves trying to play this kind of American popular music in Sweden, and hence the band. We just joked about the band name Self Deception because of that, and it
Oh,
stuck.
interesting.
Yeah. They
That's
said, "Oh, you're
funny.
just you're just trying to do some American kind of music style that's popular over there, and it's not. You're just fooling yourselves." And we're like, "Yeah, we're full of self-deception," and it just stuck.
Was it? But it must have worked, obviously, in Sweden. Were you playing like shows around, and were you gaining like a fan base at that time too?
No, well, we
Oh,
did decently, I guess, but I mean, but then through so many years, it was really hard for us in Sweden to get into music festivals and just different kind of, because we were too soft for the hard rock places, and we were too hard for the more poppy sound kind of bands. So we were like,
Mainstream and everything.
yeah, it's been really hard. And we were like, okay, we got to work on this. We got to hype this until they can't say no. And that's kind of what happened 18 years later.
oh. So what was so after? I mean, you put that first album out. Was there any? Were you guys getting all any of these shows at this point yet, or was it just like a let's put this album out and then kind of just see what we can do locally? Or once the first album came out, like where were you all at as far as the band?
Well, we were playing like music contests and like day daily small festival-ish kind of things that we got through like connections, and it wasn't well, just really small scale. We might have got into some radio, performing once or twice on radio, but we never got like any bigger shows
Hmm.
really. So we
Okay.
just, I mean, we maybe played like 5 shows a year. I mean, that's pretty much how it was. And then besides that, we just released music and just wanted to try to make a name online, pretty much.
Okay. And was that where you were getting most of your fans was on online?
Yeah, in the beginning, we had a lot locally. We had a lot of support. We had a great support in Stockholm. We were like a new something new for the young people that wasn't this old fart dude rock. Yeah. So I guess that was so we had support when we played like home in Stockholm, but it was
Mhm.
really hard outside of that.
Okay. And then 2000 the next album in 2011 is when Patrick, you joined the band, or you at least recorded on that first the song on the first song on the album, and then you joined shortly after that?
Yeah, sometime around that at least. I think I did the first shows in 2010 or something, but like 2011 was when I kind of officially joined, I think.
Okay.
But we've been also like struggling with different record labels for like all of these albums. Different
Oh, is
people
that right?
promising this and that, and this is what's gonna happen. Then people quit and nothing happened, and they put you on a shelf and like, yeah, we're gonna do that later. So that's
Hmm.
what kind of led up to what we do today. That we were like, we're gonna do everything by ourselves instead.
Okay, so yeah, now you're just independent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
amazing. So were you
Yeah.
on different labels throughout, even the self-titled album and, down the line? You put a album out last year too, right? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was the first of our own labels, right? Where am I
First
wrong on
full
this?
length. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
two. It was like we those that album was parted in two. So it was first more like an EP, and then we packaged that EP into the album.
Okay. And tell me, like,
Or
at what
was it?
point?
No. No, no,
Oh,
no. Wait, that. No, we have two albums that we released on our own label.
okay.
Ice
It's
Shapes on our own label as
Shape
well.
Shapes, yeah. Shape is our own,
Okay.
and yeah.
Can't know everything.
We
At what
we
point were you getting on these? Because I mean, you're doing like Aftershock. I mean, you look at those lineups and it's like, okay, Iron Maiden, I think is playing the same day as you all. But it's like,
Yeah.
at what point do do you kind of get, you know, accepted in as like, okay, we know where to place this band now? Or was there like a big song, or did you have like a huge internet moment, or like what kind of skyrocketed you to the next level?
We did just to start on our own feet and do release our own album on our own terms. We had like a crowd fund that we did,
Okay.
and yeah, and we raised the money in a couple of days, and so
Damn.
we had a good start. And for every song that we started releasing, our listeners started growing all the time, and we just got like to this new place where we stopped trying to please people and just try something new every time we recorded a song
Mhm.
and experiment, and it became more fun, and it was like part of why everything started to go so well. And after a year of just releasing one song at a time, and it was close to putting together the latest album, we got up to 1 million listeners a month on Spotify.
Yeah, that
And
up to the album that came out last year you're talking
yeah,
about. Okay.
yeah. And it was like people started calling us. The manager we had now, he has like a festival. He puts together a lot of things, or he used to. And he called us because another act had jumped off, and we did really well on that show. And he said, "All right, I'll see what I can do for you." And he hooked us up with festivals, and we went on tours with awesome bands, and we like built up a great portfolio.
Mhm.
And after that, just I mean, it just started more and more gigs started coming in.
It's snowballing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet that was cool. I mean, to see your crowd fund, you said in 3 days you had
yeah.
the money to do the album. I mean, that's like pretty unheard of.
That was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
So now you have like I mean, Hysteria, I think, is the newest one, correct?
Yeah.
So you know, from these albums doing well and you crowdfunding, and now you're like, okay, well, we don't even need the record label. That whole end of it is gone. But you were talking about just doing your own thing, right? Like you weren't trying to write for any particular reason. You were just, as far as like appeasing people, right? It was like, we're just gonna do these things for ourselves and experiment. Like, was that a difficult decision to make, or was it like, let's just try this, who cares? Or were you concerned about the fans you had prior to making this decision?
We had just finished the album Shape, and that was a very serious album. It was a lot about depression and tough times, and
Mhm.
it was kind of the type of song that we've been writing, very emotional for a long time. And it's when we started from scratch on the new album, or just a new song, we tried something different. It's a song called The Fall, and
Mhm.
it was about like just a hard time in a marriage, and it was very different from what we'd done, and we just tried something new, and it just felt really cool. We didn't know how it would go. I mean, it didn't go awesome, but we felt like we had found something that was really fun. And for every new song that we did, there was always a new idea, and we were like, okay, we got to leave our comfort zone every time now, because that's the fun thing to do. To like, of course, some things that we try, we keep in the future, like
Yeah.
stylistically, because we love it so much. But that's kind of the through line through the whole album, is that we just, for every song, there's like, we want to try something new. I mean, we're kind of a heavy rock poppy band,
Yeah,
but
100%.
we decided to do like um, a ballad on that, and we didn't try to do it edgy. We just try to do something that we've never done, and that would be a classical rock ballad styled song. And so I got to write the lyrics towards my daughter, and it was something very like um, what do you call it, naked, and
Like
so,
stripped down. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so
Just
and
an
so
acoustic guitar and singing, like
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah, that's Haley's Lullaby. Is
Yeah.
that what that was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great
And
song.
yeah, it's just something that, I mean, if we would have thought that we would, okay, now we got to think of how do we do this, make this modern, or how do we give this an edge. But we hadn't done something like that, and it was a bit out of our comfort zone to do something with like Britpop chords, and we're like, oh, let's do it. Let's like see it through, and that makes it so much fun. I mean, if you look at what people like, our listeners like the most, it's mostly kind of the heavy stuff.
Right.
But really, can I say liberating
Uh-huh.
to have the artistic freedom to just do whatever you want. It's such a luxury for us.
Yeah. And I love that I mean, the Fight Fire with Gasoline acoustic, I love that you guys do those things, right? Where it's like you're a heavier band, but you can also strip songs back to acoustic, where that's where you know it's like a really great song, or so they say, right? If you can play it on
Yeah,
Yeah.
acoustic guitar at campfire, it's a
exactly.
great
Our
song.
producer tells us that all the time.
So I love the fact
And we
that, sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
no, continue,
I
continue.
was just gonna say I love that you guys do that, and I love it when heavier bands do that, where it's like not only can we do this one thing be super hard, but we can also strip that song back and still make it an amazing
Yeah,
song.
and we have always been like doing acoustic shows or like smaller stuff, and like, yeah, let's do 5 shows, 5 songs acoustic on this venue, whatever, just
Oh, I
because we
didn't know
can.
that.
And like way back since the beginning, so it's like a piece of us to do it to the acoustic as well. So, and we kind of
It's,
like that. It's nice to have the difference between the two settings.
Sure. Do you
yeah, and
guys go in to write acoustic at all, or like when you're writing a song, is it start off on like acoustic guitar?
well, sometimes they
It
do.
depends.
It really depends.
Okay.
They're actually trying to get me to start off acoustic a lot more, but we work like on the basic ideas we can take out and just work on melodies uh, but it's a lot of the time it's an idea, like if it's a riff or a chorus, or I have some lyrics or a theme or something, we start like working together. We have like a big pot of ideas in a Dropbox folder
Okay.
that we can pick from if we don't come up with something new. So,
Love
but
it.
I guess we start some of our songs out acoustically.
Okay. And with these new batch of songs, just based off the artwork on Spotify, I'm guessing maybe you have an EP or an album in the works, or they're just kind of. But I want to ask you not only that question, but Scandinavian Dream, and you have Matthew McConaughey, which is a rad song, and Hysteria. Like, kind of tell me about those songs. When did you start writing those?
The Scandinavian Dream was, let's see, it was sometime around when we toured with Dead
Like
by
almost a
April.
year ago.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
we were
Okay.
going on tour with Dead by April, and we were going to write a song, or we wrote a song with them, and we were trying to hit like a deadline before we went on tour with them so we could perform it live together. But we didn't make that deadline, so we had Scandinavian Dream in the pipe.
Okay.
And so we wrote it, like some of the lyrics are written when we were out on tour, and then we kind of finished it up when we got home. And it's like we haven't thought about it like, but it's been kind of a like critique towards society, like the past couple songs that we've had.
Mhm.
That it hasn't been a plan. It just
Okay.
it's how it's been.
Just
Sometimes you're in
happens.
some part, I mean, some periods in your life you're a bit more bitter, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
So
then,
what about McConaughey? I love that.
Well, I
do
did
you
an
just tell the story? Yeah.
yeah, I did an interview just like we are doing right now.
Uh-huh.
And my mother's American, so sometimes I get the accent. I'm born and raised in Sweden, so my English is just is yeah, it sounds American, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say you don't have much of an accent.
Yeah, you can hear I have sometimes it comes back, the Swedish comes into it, but no, but I did an interview, and the drummer Eric and his brother, who is our producer, They were sitting and just listening to it, and our drummer said he sounded just like sometimes he sounds just like Matthew McConaughey, and our producer says that's a good title for a song. And yeah, just we haven't done a lot of humor. We've done
Uh-huh.
some humor on our last album, which is fun, but it's not really like not being serious. It's more like but this was really just going humoristic, a whole song, and it was, like I said, out of our comfort zone, so it was really cool doing it.
That's funny. And it all just came out of the fact that you were in an interview with someone and they said you sound like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, and also I love the movie. Yeah, and I love the movie Interstellar so much. I've seen it a bit too many times, and
Uh,
and I've seen a lot of other movies with him. But so I love his acting, and so it was just really cool to try something different.
yeah. It's funny. Recently my son and I just started watching I was rewatching with him the first season of True Detective. Did you ever watch that with
Yeah.
McConaughey? It's so good. um, but yeah, so Hysteria is the newest one. Let's hear about that song, and then I want to know, like, going forward, do you have an album? You guys are album band, which is awesome.
Uh, well, Hysteria. We just like I I did like some schoolwork, or I studied to become a producer myself during the
Mm.
pandemic.
Okay.
And one of the things songs that I put in to, like for, I don't know if it was a test or I don't remember, something that I put in, I had with me to the studio. And I remember Niklas, our genius producer, he did something completely different with it. And just I love bands. I love bands like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco and all that
Mhm.
That's kind of my type of music, where like when I was growing up.
Sure.
And so we did like a verse that was a little bit in that world, and like the theme to the song, it was something that I've been thinking about for a long time. So like how social media is like, it can just destroy so many people's life trying to make it, uh, uh, on it. But it's also cool because we did like trying something new. We put some horror theme kind of sound into it,
Uh-huh.
just to like try push something new into it, and it became something really cool.
Love it.
Um, yeah. So I mean, if you haven't watched the video, you should. It's Eric's daughter is on it, and he's like holding up a phone, and she can see like all the comments are coming in and all the
Yeah.
thumbs down, and yeah,
Uh-huh. I was gonna ask because it does have that. The video is really related directly to social media, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
it's this there is some hypocrisy in this though, because I mean, we want people to comment, like, and share our stuff.
of
So I mean,
course.
it's the we're critical about the system, but we're as as
Using
guilty
the system.
we're as guilty as anybody else.
Yeah, the video, you can't see her though, right? She's just kind of
Yeah, the ring.
backwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
the
The
ring
Ring.
issue.
Exactly, The Ring. That's what it reminded me of. I love it. And moving forward, are you guys, I mean, you're doing a bunch of festivals, right? I mean, out here
Yeah.
in the States, and do you have like, can you talk about what's to come with at least the three songs and the similar artwork on
Uh,
Spotify?
yeah, we have a song that drops on Friday.
Oh, another
Next
one.
week.
Yeah,
Next
we were
week.
next week. Oh, sorry. That drops next week, and we were just in Latvia uh,
This
this
weekend.
weekend. Yeah, we recorded a music video.
Well, tell me about this one because this
Uh,
will be out after that song's out.
uh, yeah, this song will be out on Friday next week. Yeah, exactly.
The
So
19th.
it's yeah, and we wanted to try to write an arena song that is like this, we have there's always so much power and so much happening all the time when we play live. We thought it would be cool to have something where we slow it down like just a little bit.
Okay.
And I've been obsessed with a speech from Carl Sagan. about the pale blue dot. It's a speech where in 1990 the Voyager 1 probe took a picture of Earth from a very far distance, and he has a historical speech where he talks about how small we are, and I'm not going to say that it changed my life, but it had a really big impact on me on how small we are and insignificant in so many ways, and how we make pity problems very big. And it was like the perfect song to write about that. So it's called A Beautiful Disaster, and that's what we are.
Love it. And what's the video looking like? Or have you shot the video?
Yes, we shot the video. They've had some actors shoot too, and some other stuff, but we just did the band scenes. So we're
It's
not.
kind of in a post-apocalyptic vibe. It's like the world has gone to crap.
Oh, okay. Very, very cool. Well, I'm excited to hear it. I love what you guys have out thus far. And I appreciate you taking time and doing this today. Thank you.
Oh, we
No
love
problem.
doing this. Yeah,
And we
love
can
it.
also say that all these singles will be on the new album called Destroy the Art that
There we go.
will
I didn't
be
know if you guys
released
could
later
drop
this year.
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
can. Of course we can.
Okay,
Later
so
this year.
one more time. What's it called?
Destroy the Art.
Destroy the Art. I love it. I was gonna say because all the covers look similar, and I'm picking it up. I'm like, okay, they got similar artwork here. Hopefully, we got an album, and you're an album band, which I respect and love. So that's great.
There's some nice details to the Destroy the Art thing. There's been like a thing now where activists have been throwing paint on art, on expensive worldly art.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so it's a little bit about that, and it also spins on like our first EP, or like when we did the uh, fundraiser. No, that's not. We had the crowdfund. We had endorsed the art, so it like has kind of a it's destroy the art. It's just
yeah. I love it.
So yeah, it's in the world, in the same world of that. So
very, very cool. Well, again, I appreciate you both. I have one more quick question. I want to know if I can get an answer from both of you. If you have any advice for aspiring artists.
Never give up.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
just keep on going.
There's always going to be 100 bands that will want that you're, what do you call it, competing against.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't just sit on your ass and think that things will happen. You have to be on it. You have to be willing to sacrifice dinners with your family. I mean, how many ex-girlfriends have hated this band, Self-Deception, of ours? You have to be dedicated. And I mean, it doesn't work for everybody, but it's the only way, because nothing comes for free. There's so many other musicians that want to take the big stage. Bringin It Backwards.